Yo, what's going on, guys? It's me, Aaron, with Evolution Daily, here today with Will Edward, who you can find at willedward.com as well as on YouTube at Will Edward. We're going to be throwing this up on both of our channels, so if you guys are watching this on Evolution Daily, then definitely go find Will, check out some of his videos as well as his website. I know you do like blog posts and stuff on there, right?
Yeah, so I do. I write blogs. You give advice and some field reports, lay reports, and I do some videos also.
Nice, nice. Yeah, so be sure to follow Will over there if you're watching this on my channel. And if you're watching on his channel, follow me. It's youtube.com/evolution daily. So, Will, we met back in New York City about middle of July, right? It was middle of July.
Yeah, it was like around the summertime this
Yeah,
year.
at the time I had no idea who you were, and I saw in one of the New York City WhatsApp groups that you were hosting a meetup, and I was like, well, I want to fucking game with some guys, so I came to the meetup.
Yeah, it was funny. I actually I recognized you from Facebook, but I wasn't sure who you were at first, and then I think you recognized me also,
Yeah,
and just kind of hit it off and started gaming that night. So it's pretty.
yeah, yeah. It was crazy. It was yeah. I ended up getting a lot of exposure from working with the other dating company that I was with for a little while. So when I came to New York, I was getting literally I was getting cold approached by guys out in the field, like, "Hey, you're Aaron from the," like guys kept coming up to me and stuff, and it was cool though because between that and then coming to your meetup, where because a bunch of guys turned out for that thing. I mean, we were able to, there was I don't know, there was like 10 pickup guys there or something.
Yeah, it's that place has become like notorious for pickup hangouts, and it's pretty funny. Like even though you don't recognize some guys, you can kind of tell if they're part of the community gaming. So it's pretty
Yeah,
fun.
totally. Yeah, I had that experience in Atlanta this last weekend. Me and my buddy saw these two guys, and they were like standing there, and they looked very stifled. And then immediately after that, they like went up to these two girls, and it was just they just so obviously weren't acting the way that friends usually act together. It was so obvious they were just like wings. And we went up to them and asked them if they were, if they were doing pickup. And then the one dude was like, "Wait, I follow your YouTube channel, whatever." And it was just it's so crazy, man. There's a lot of us out there just when you go to a venue where there's going to be a lot of chicks, then that's where the pickup guys are going to be, obviously. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty funny how much the scene has grown. The past couple of years, It's almost like it's like everywhere now. And now like the new I don't know if you know the game movie's coming out soon. With James
Yeah.
Franco. And that once that comes out, it's gonna be. I mean, everybody kind of knows about it, but it's gonna blow up even more and be like, that's pretty fun. I mean, but like me and you kind of do like more natural games, so like we don't use like Who Lies More Opener anymore or like the old school.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's gonna be, who knows? I mean, I saw it's gonna be like a Netflix original, which, I mean, dude, I don't really know. I haven't looked into it, but I would assume these days Netflix originals are getting seen more than like even movies in the theaters. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So many people have. I think it's like 100 million. Netflix now has 100 million people are subscribed to Netflix or something.
well, yeah. I mean, I don't know if people watch TV anymore. It's like mostly all Netflix, so that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. The movie's gonna be good, man. I'm excited for it. I really, honestly can't wait. Do you think it's gonna? So, do you think it's gonna be another big boom for like the pickup industry, or is it gonna bring heat, especially now in like social justice warrior fucking Central 2016?
Yeah, I think it's gonna do both, but like in the long run, it's gonna be. I mean, more guys are gonna know about it, and it's just gonna feed more fuel to the fire, and just do more exposure. I guess yeah, it's good. So yeah, I don't see anything
Yeah,
wrong with that.
yeah, it'll be cool. It'll be cool. So we were talking, and when you and I gamed in New York, we were really only gaming. I mean, we hung out at the fucking strip club one night. We were out at like beer garden, and we weren't really at any venues that really had like big dance floors or anything like that. But you were talking to me about how for a long time now, like you've had a lot of success from doing dance floor game.
Yeah. So I learned like dance floor game before I learned about pickup. Um, like growing up, I actually didn't know how to dance.
Hmm.
So and I was really shy growing up, and I assumed like, hey, like girls like guys who know how to dance. So I was like, I'll take dance classes. So I did. I took some salsa classes, and I was really confident and you can lead a girl on the dance floor, but I still didn't know how to escalate
Hmm.
and go for the kiss or you move things like get a number afterwards. So it wasn't until I learned game and after dance floor learning how to dance that like I combined the two, and I just been like having like way better success on a dance floor. Um, so like yeah, most like where we met, there wasn't any music playing where we met,
Yeah.
but like I don't know if we went to I don't know if we went to Lebain or if you've been to Lebain.
I
It's
love
right next.
Lebain.
Yeah, Lebain is
Love it.
it's pretty amazing. Like they have a, I mean, they have a pretty cool dance floor. It's on a top of the standard. It's like rooftop club. They have a jacuzzi like a few feet away from the dance floor. It's just very like sexualized like vibe and environment.
Yeah.
And I mean I've danced with girls. They're like made out of girls like within like a few minutes on the dance floor. Things get a little crazy. And I don't know if you know like the bathrooms there also are pretty like they're like private. So if you want, you can like bring somebody down there and have a good time. So
Yeah, I've now been to Lebain about 4 times, and somebody started talking about the bathroom at Lebain. And when they started talking about it, that's when I realized by some like freak accident, I've never used the bathroom at Lebain. So I don't even know. Like I saw it in a WhatsApp group after this last thing. They were talking about, oh, you can pull to the bathrooms at Lebain. I was like, wait, I never even used them. So I don't even know. But I thought it was crazy how they have that jacuzzi up there right by the dance floor.
yeah, it's only in the summertime, but like when it opens up, like I always like use that as an excuse to like bounce girls to Lebain. Like, hey, have you seen a jacuzzi? Like been to Lebain? They have a jacuzzi in the middle of the dance floor, and like that always like gets like their interest up.
Mm,
And once you bring them up there, then yeah, just have a good time.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, I mean like I mean I love dancing. Gets my state up. Like it gets me having a good time. It's very easy for me to open on a dance floor. Um, like I don't. It's it's just very like organic and natural. Like it's a lot more. Even when I'm going like doing like cold approach, like sometimes I have to kind of warm up to like
Mm,
open the girl. But a dance where I can just go in right away and just like make eye contact and go for high five and just like
yeah.
spin. That's like one of my like best moves to do on a dance floor. It's like pretty high success rate.
I
And
so wait. You said eye contact. So hard eye contact to high five and then spin them around once you've got their hand there.
yeah, so like
Okay.
yeah, once I grab their hand, then I slightly grab it and kind of spin them. Usually, like sometimes I like to dance for a bit, like next to them, like side by side,
Hmm.
just kind of have fun by myself and kind of gauge like eye contact with like girls around the area. And the girls who show me the most eye contact, usually like, have like give you like an approach invitation. Usually I open them first, but
Hmm.
sometimes I'll just open any girl who I'm attracted to and just go for the high five. Um, I'll do a spin. I'll spin her, put her arm around like the back of my neck, and just start dancing close with her. Might grind with her for a bit. Sometimes if it's like two girls, like that's like one of the groups that like a lot of guys are kind of like intimidated to approach alone. If a
Yeah.
girl's with her friend, sometimes I'll like I might booty bump one of them,
Hmm.
just make them kind of laugh, and then I'll either grab one of their hands or I'll just grab both their hands and spin both of them like in opposite directions
Oh, nice.
and have one of them like do spin one girl in front of me and one girl behind me and then have like like instant sandwich like right,
Yeah, nice.
and that just builds like so much like social proof like pre-selection and
Hmm.
also just like confidence like it just like what better way to get your state up just to have a sandwich with a girl, especially two cute girls like or hot girls on a dance floor and everybody sees you around you like
Yeah. Yeah, I
yeah.
noticed that pretty early on in pickup that going out and doing that even when I was first starting off with pickup and things, I would be having some bad approach anxiety, and I'd be like nervous and not in like that social mode. But then if me and my wings would just go right out to the dance floor, I would immediately just get into that funny, playful kind of mood that you need when you're out doing pickup. That just like, I mean, I wasn't immediately going out and trying to like grab girls and grind on them and shit. I mean, a lot of the times we would just be like dancing on our own, just dancing kind of crazy. And it's like when you were saying that, it kind of reminded me of that Tony Robbins quote. Tony Robbins talks about how the quickest way to drastically change your mind is to drastically change your body. He talks about that a lot. He talks about how your brain is like so regulated by your body, and that's why he does like cold plunges and crazy like like all these different things. And people don't really think of that, you know what I mean? And it sounds like your approach is exactly the opposite of what you see the quote unquote chode doing, which is honestly it's just disgusting what I see some of these guys doing out on the dance floor, which is they will stand there with their beer for, maybe 45 minutes to an hour, just like scoping girls out in a very like weird aggressive way until they're drunk enough to get the courage to go up and just grab them from behind.
Yeah,
Like you see that all the time. Guys go up and they just grab girls from behind and start grinding on them. The girl has no idea like what's even going on, and she's just like, "Who the fuck is this? What's even happening right now?"
yeah.
What do you say? So real quick, what do you say to a guy who I've had boot camp students who literally will not like they will not get on the dance floor. The guys are so up in their head about dancing and shit. Have you ever experienced that? And if so, like, what would your advice be to a guy who's got that going on?
Yeah, I mean, it's like the dance floor has like kind of got like a stigma in like some parts of the community. Like, some guys like excuses like, "Oh, I don't know how to dance," or they just completely like freeze when they don't do it. Yeah, it can definitely be like intimidating to some guys. It's like there's a lot of action going on. You have to be really out of your mind and just like completely like in your body. So like one of these I actually had like a dance floor game workshop in New York, where I had like a bunch of guys just come out. It was actually like a bar nearby where we were at. Like they had a big dance floor, like a lot of music. It's pretty crowded, and I just showed guys like like how to like approach a girl, and I just showed them like the high five move, and had like a few guys just start grinding with girls just from like 5-10 seconds of like instructing them just groove to the music, like act like look like you're having fun, and don't make any quick jerky movements. Like whenever one of the things I kind of teach like to whenever like you're walking about in a club, you don't want to be like turn your neck like side to side, like kind of like looking for a next set to open. You always want to be like purposeful, like where are you going, like throughout the event. And when you show that, like that's pretty attractive, like to see other girls, see guys like he just knows where he's going, and especially when he's like having fun by himself. And once you do that, like before you even do the approach, girls will see that, and then once you open them, they'll be much more receptive and compliant to high fiving over because they see how you're very grounded and very just having fun by yourself.
Yeah, I see a lot of guys out in the field that will fall into the default, which is especially if they're not having a good night. I see a lot of guys fall into like this default sort of posture and like just facial expression and everything, where they're kind of just like they're very stone cold face in the club, and they're just like scanning for sets, like you're talking about. They're just scanning around, like who am I going to go talk to next, as opposed to having like what I always teach guys, which is having like a relaxed gaze, a relaxed smile, and having your chin up a bit, and having your posture up, and moving through, and then stacking on top of that what you're talking about, which is like if you're going to be going through the dance floor, then yeah, I mean, sure, you're checking out the chicks or whatever, but you're not like, is that one? Where's her friend? Does she have a friend?
Yeah, it's you can definitely like I scan a room like almost like like all the time, but like I do in a very kind of like very like very like low key way. Like I don't turn my neck. I use my eyes, can't scan around.
It's like you're checking out. It's like you're at dinner with your girlfriend and you're checking out a chick's ass. That's how you gotta. That's how you gotta find your sets in the club. We're onto something. We gotta make a separate video about just that.
Yeah,
finding chicks in the club like you're checking out a girl's ass with your girlfriend, something like that.
Yeah, like even just have like your wingman. Like I don't know if you saw. I don't know if you saw this video. Like this like guy who like was like hugging this girl on Facebook, and like the guy's wingman like had a mirror to show like the girl just walked by like.
Oh my god!
Yeah, but yeah, man, just keep your head like straight ahead, but like look with your eyes, and and also just use your like peripheral. Is like I can tell if like girls are looking in my direction, or which hot girls are on a corner of my eye. Like I don't have to like look at her to know that she's hot, like, or she's looking at me.
Yeah.
Just kind of be aware of it, and like um, obviously for like a lot of guys, like they'll be in their head, so it's kind of hard for them at first. But I mean, the more you practice like doing these slow, purposeful body movements, the more they'll become an autopilot, and then you can have that extra awareness to see what else is going on around you. Um, so yeah, it just kind of gives like an anchor to like have like just be very very perspective on what's going on. And
Yeah. Yeah, I with me, I mean, my dance floor game is honestly, I don't know how to actually dance, right? Like I don't know how to actually do like the tango and like any of that at all. But what I do when I am doing dance floor game, because a lot of the times, honestly, I'm just kind of like I'm already like okay to just be making my normal approaches, and the dance floor can be fun, and I'll kind of like bounce back and forth and stuff. But I kind of am doing it a little less and less as I get deeper into game. But what I will say, and that's just personal preference, you know what I mean? But what I will say is like my dance floor game has been very consistent, like for a long time now, which is basically what I do is I go out and I start dancing on my own first. And I try to just look very confident about it. I don't give a fuck. Like I kind of like drown out the world a little bit. And I'm just whether I'm being goofy or just kind of actually trying a little bit, but just fucking having a good time, having my smile on. You know what I mean? Then what I do is I start like sort of what we're talking about, discreetly kind of scanning around for the chicks that are around me. And then what I'll do is I'll kind of fuck with them a little bit. So I'll go into dance with them, but not in like a, hey, I'm dancing with you now kind of way. More so of like, I'm kind of in their face now, we're fucking around. And then from there, I can get like the indicators of interest, in which case, if I'm getting them, then I pull them up close and we'll start grinding on the front just like that. And then turn them around to the back, grind like that. And then after that's turning sexual, turn them back around, hardcore makeout. And then from there, just go from there depending on the situation. So maybe isolate away from the friends, maybe just try to get her outside for a minute. But there's also been times where I don't do any of that because you're just having I've danced with girls for like fucking 2 hours, which I know would be like quote unquote like bad game because you should have been like escalating, but it's fucking fun having a hot chick's ass all over you. So fuck good game. You know what I mean?
yeah, sometimes I'll even just like a girl who's like easy to dance, or I just know it's like, I know I kind of bend the rules a little bit. It's still kind of like, you're still having fun, and like girls around you will see you're having fun. You're with a girl, so might not be optimal game for that girl, but like, throughout the whole venue, it might help you out. But yeah, I mean that like what you just talked about, how do you approach it also is like another way is where I kind of approach. We just like having fun, like kind of like doing like a dance off. Where you just like you're dancing a few feet away from the girl. Like it's usually the girl who's like the most like animate and like in a dance floor. Like she's the most like wild one, like dancing with her friends. And I mean, whenever I see girls like dancing pretty wild, like I know she's like the most fun and probably is like the most spontaneous.
Mm,
That's, which is always good qualities if you want to plan something out with her.
yeah.
So I usually I'll kind of like do something. I might mimic what her moves. I might like copy what she's doing, and then she'll see me, and then like we'll have like a little dance off, and then slowly like we kind of like battle and like start dancing closer and closer to each other. And once we get like I'm like a couple feet away from her, I'll just like grab her hand and just spin her and just start dancing, grinding with her and whatnot.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, it's another great way to start dance. Like it's really fun, and it's like it's playful, and it's just very it's not like high risk because if she's dancing back with you, she's investing towards the interaction. So
Yeah.
she's gonna be more compliant, once you get close enough with her. So yeah.
Now, before we close this up, so say that so you watch this video and you're like, okay, I'm gonna go out and do dance floor shit, and then you go out and you got a girl now and you're dancing with her and things are going very well. How would you tell a guy to basically escalate that interaction and move it forward? Because obviously the goal isn't to go out and just dance with a chick. It's to get her to go home with you. So when do you think? What are your thoughts on like when is the right time to move it forward and how do you do that?
So yeah, like so a lot of guys make the mistake of just like dancing with her for like like 30 minutes, like or an hour, like just forever. And
Mm,
all you're just doing just like pumping up her BT and not taking anywhere. They're just giving her tons of validation.
mm,
So eventually, you just want to have fun with her for like maybe a song or two, and be like, hey, you seem cool. Let me introduce you to my friends. Or hey, I'm thirsty. Let's go to the bar, and get a drink. And that way you can start, qualifying her more, figuring out her logistical situation. If she's with friends, if you want to spend the time with her the rest of the night, or get her number and go and talk to other girls. So yeah, just move things forward. Like you can go for a kiss, on a dance floor. Can you kind of feel it out, get close with her, but eventually you want to move her out, and you can kind of pepper in like small questions here and there while you're dancing with her. You can be like, oh, so like, who are you here with, or where are you from, or where are you staying? Um,
Yeah.
just kind of build some comfort and just get some qualification with her,
Mm,
and then kind of move her off the dance floor. Then you can run like your rebel game and kind of see where to take it from there. Um,
nice.
yeah.
Cool,
So
cool. Well, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. We'll, yeah, I want to keep this one a little shorter, but we'll do like yeah, I'm gonna be starting up a podcast in like November. We'll run like an hour long interview. We'll get really deep, or maybe we can do another video here soon. But
yeah,
yeah, thanks a lot, man. And yeah, like I said, guys, follow willedward.com, or over on YouTube, just search Will Edward. And of course, my YouTube channel is youtube.com/evolution daily. So take care, and we will both see you guys soon.
cool. All right, thanks.
Peace.
See you.